Hi everyone, this is your instructor Fred Abley, and this is IST 210 and your weekly overview. Hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so this week we're going to be stepping into a little bit more of the theory behind database development. I know that you're probably getting a little bit tired of it, but this, I believe, is going to be our last exercise, and we're going to be moving into more of the applied stuff, and that's going to be with SQL. So what I would tell you now is hold on and be patient. So we're going to go through a couple examples here. I also have some lectures that I've posted that are going to help explain some of these concepts in a little more detail. So what you need to do is take a look at those videos, read over the material, and then start to apply it. Give yourself plenty of time. So let's take a look at what we have coming up. Okay, everybody, yeah, we're here on the home page that's about to be updated. This is last week's overview and so on. If you didn't get a good look at it, it had a number of video tutorials. I'm working on a better way to lay out the video videos that I add into the weekly announcements or the weekly overviews. And you're going to notice now that I have an actual video resources link here, and I'll be adding in a number of links and ways to display the videos and as they come out here. Now, what you're going to see out here under the IST 210 lectures is going to be a recorded lecture of Mark Redig's puppy kennel normalization exercise. It's a great way to understand the simple steps that go along with normalization, but I say simple when really, when you first get into it, and even after you've done it for a while, the normalization steps are not always clear. So I will be providing a number of tips and assistive videos, tutorial videos if you want to call them that, for Lab 3. Now Lab 3 isn't due until March 6th. Now once again, you got 2 weeks to work on this. This is one of those challenges, and it is the last lab dealing with theory. And I could hear the collective sigh of relief. Can you hear it? Yeah. So then we're moving right into SQL. Now the other thing I want to point out to you in here is the Project Flicks to You link. And when you come in here, you'll see that it brings you out to this page. This video here of me looks like I'm singing in a choir. You can watch this, right? Yeah, you can just click this red button here, and I will explain to you what's going to be taking place or what you're trying to achieve with this project. So make sure you take some time to look that over. I also have out here an example solution. Now, there's the problem itself, but there's also an example solution, and I've, on purpose, extracted some key elements from the solution so that you could work your own solution into that. But I highly encourage you as a team to review it, and you'll get a feel for it. This project is often a really important one for the IST students and the SRA students. It's a great conversation starter for an internship interview or a job interview. I hear it all the time from all of our students that take this course and they focus on this project. It produces a massive document. It's a great collaborative effort, and you can really start to talk to a possible employer about really your ideas and understanding of what an enterprise level solution would be like. So it is a good project. All right, now I was telling you before, you will see an invite to gather up as teams over probably 2 weeks. It'll probably take at differing times, and it's going to be coming into you as a conference. You'll see how it works. It'll come out as an invite. We're going to give it a try and see how we're going to meet virtually to get you up to speed. So really, all this week, if you come out to the syllabus now, if you scroll down, you can see here the step-by-step or the week-by-week march to the sea. And really, you know, we are. We're coming up on the end of February already. It's awesome, right? All we have is all of March, and March is short a week with spring break, and then we have April, and the end of the semester is April 28th. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? Now, all you have to do for this coming Sunday, which is February 28th, is the Chapter 6 assessment. Now, this is the chapter on normalization, all right? It is a tricky chapter. It's the type of material you can read over and over again and still not get. Ultimately, you're shooting for Lab 3. Don't take this one lightly. All right, this is a really good exercise in normalization, and it will challenge you. After that, well, we move right into SQL after that. I'm looking forward to that, getting into the database and really churning away at some SQL. Okay, that's all I have. Okay, so we had a chance to take a look at this pretty light week, but the material that we're going to be covering obviously isn't going to be as light. So I'm going to be providing you a lecture that's going to go over something known as Mark Redig's puppy kennel exercise. So what it is a great way to understand the concept of normalization, and it does it within the context of a problem that's with a puppy kennel. and I'll go through the video and I'll tell you the story and hopefully walk you through the series of steps. So you'll have some time putting your work together for this week's lab. Lab 3 will not be due for 2 weeks. So the only thing you have really coming up this week is the assessment, as we went over. Okay, so what I really want to talk about real quickly is the team and what's going on. You're going to see an invite go out where I'm going to be trying to huddle everybody up by team to meet with you live. Now, it's not an easy task, primarily because, well, we live in these crazy, time zones and everyone's different. So I'll do my best to set up a framework so we can meet. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to utilize a feature built in with the Canvas. It's called the Big Blue Button, and the Big Blue Button looks a lot like Adobe Connect, if you've ever used that. And what it allows us to do is kind of interact with each other virtually through the internet. So it's a great thing. So you'll see that come out. I'll provide an announcement with that. After reviewing the MOU and the contracts, I think I'm fairly pleased with what I'm seeing, but I was a little bit more concerned with some of the comments about the project itself. So what I'm learning is that some team members haven't read the document yet, and also some other team members are also not aware of the video that's out there on that web page. Excuse me, my voice is kind of going fritzy there. So I'm going to provide a little bit of a guidance email to make sure you're watching those videos. Look, we can't meet in a class, right? That was the deal. You all signed up for an online class, and you're eager and you're ready to go. But I know a number of you are watching the videos. It's the only way we can connect. If you're not watching the videos, you're going to miss out on all this material. So if it's video overload, I'd like to know. I could throttle that back. But then if I have to convey the information, I guess it'll be in a lengthy 15-page email, maybe that you would rather read. I don't think you want to do that either. So, okay, so basic things with the teams. You've set a schedule, most of you. Now stick to it. Begin to break the document up into little pieces so that it's manageable. If you break this project up into chunks, it's easy and it's doable. If you tend to put it off until late March and later, maybe even April, you're going to find out that the project is incredibly overwhelming. Technically, this project can be achieved by 2 students. 2 students. See that? This is 1, that's 2. So what you could do is I know as teams are going to downsize, people drop the course, people fade out. So just be aware of all those things that are going on. Okay, so what else can you do? You've set weekly meeting times, and you're going to do that. That's awesome. And that means you're going to continue to chisel away the project. The other thing is following through or follow-up. As soon as you create your plan, you got to execute it. One of the issues that often appears with virtual teaming, especially in a college course, is people don't always get their work in on time. One of the things you want to do is quickly identify someone that's not able to get the work done. It could be because of work reasons, it could be personal reasons, they're not feeling well, whatever. Work with them, communicate with them. But more importantly, I'm just looking at my start. That poster in the background looks crooked, but it's really not. But what you want to do is you want to work with them. But make sure that you're getting status. Make sure you're getting some updates. I'm going to be providing more guidance on this here in the next few weeks. So that's 2 things. Setting regular meeting times, making sure you're breaking up the work in manageable chunks, and then you're getting it in. Now, there's going to be a technical component to this. You're not building anything. You are not building a database. You're building a proposal to build a database. All right? So with that being said, you're going to want to make sure that you're looking at and digging into an area that you might not have a lot of comfort with. I'll provide some guidance a little later on about how you can do a budget and another area with the ERD and the project being managed itself. So keep on chiseling away at that. Make sure you're also asking me whatever questions come to mind. Don't worry, I'm not afraid of email. I don't think you are either. So try to reach out to me. All right, that's all I have for this little talk right here. And I think we're going to wrap it up. And we will see you all online. See you. Have a great week, everybody.